100 Wise Sayings of Lao Tzu. Welcome back, everyone, to Mind Podcast. One of Lao Tzu's most celebrated sayings, Lao Tzu, born in 571 BC and passed away in 471 BC, was a key figure in Chinese philosophy. He is recognized as the founder of Taoism, of the three main philosophies that has greatly influenced East Asian culture. His historical existence and personal information remain a topic of debate. We now invite you to explore 100 wise sayings of Lao Tzu. 1. Water is the softest thing, yet it can pierce mountains and earth. This clearly shows the principle that the soft overcomes the hard, the yielding overcomes the rigid. 2. All streams flow into the sea because the sea is lower than they are. Humility gives the sea the power to be king of 100 streams. If you want to govern the people, you must place yourself below them. If you want to lead the people, you must learn to follow them. 3. Muddy water, if left still, will become clear. 4. Suddenly there is no rush, yet everything is accomplished. 5. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them that only create sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally in whichever way they like. 6. When people are born, they are soft and pliable. When they die, they are hard and rigid. When plants first shoot up, they are soft and delicate. When they die, they become brittle and dry. Therefore, anyone who is stiff and inflexible is a disciple of death. Anyone soft and yielding is a disciple of life. The hard and rigid will be broken. The soft and flexible will prevail. 7. An army that knows no retreat will be defeated. A tree that cannot bend will break in the wind. 8. Knowledge is a treasure, but practice is the key to it. 9. Health is the greatest possession. Contentment is the greatest treasure. Confidence is the greatest friend. 10. Be mindful of your thoughts, for they become your words. Be mindful of your words, for they become your actions. Be mindful of your actions, for they become your habits. Be mindful of your habits, for they shape your character. Be mindful of your character, for it forms your destiny. 11. Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. 12. Understanding others is wise. Understanding yourself is enlightenment. 13. One who controls others may be powerful, but one who has mastered themselves is mightier still. 14. If you conquer others, you are strong. If you conquer yourself, you are mighty. 15. If you surpass others, you are powerful. If you surpass yourself, you have true strength. 16. If you know how to be content, you are rich. If you can act decisively, you have willpower. 17. If you don't lose sight of your goals, you can endure for a long time. If you depart without leaving any regrets, you are eternal. 18. A wise person is someone who knows what he does not know. 19. There is no greater danger than underestimating your opponent. 20. The wise do not need to prove their point. Those who need to prove their point are not wise. 21. If you do not change direction, you may end up where you are heading. 22. If you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. 23. Be careful what you water your dreams with. If you water them with worry and fear, you will cultivate weeds that choke the life from your dreams. If you water them with optimism and solutions, you will nurture success. Always look for ways to turn a problem into an opportunity. Always look for ways to nurture your dreams. 24. The best warrior never gets angry. 25. A flame that burns twice as bright burns out twice as fast. 26. Because one believes in oneself, one does not try to convince others. Because one is content with oneself, one does not need others' approval. Because one accepts oneself, the whole world accepts that person. 27. When everyone in the world knows beauty as beauty, there arises the recognition of ugliness. When all recognize good as good, there arises the recognition of evil. 28. When people see this thing as beautiful, then that thing becomes ugly. When people see this as good, that becomes bad. 29. When you are pleased just to be yourself and don't compare or compete, Everyone will respect you. 30. A person who is too resolute in their opinions will find few who agree with them. 31. A great nation is like a great person. When he makes a mistake, he realizes it. Once he realizes it, he admits it. Having admitted it, he corrects it. He considers those who point out his faults as his most benevolent teachers. He regards his enemies as shadows he himself casts. 32. If you want peace in the world, you must have peace in nations. If you want peace in nations, you must have peace in cities. If you want peace in cities, you must have peace among neighbors. If you want peace among neighbors, you must have peace at home. If you want peace at home, you must have peace in your heart. 33. Repay anger with virtue. Deal with difficulties while they are still easy. Handle great matters while they are still small. 34. Time is something created. Saying I don't have time is like saying I don't want to. 35. Truth is not always beautiful, nor are beautiful words always truthful. 36. Kind words create confidence. Kind thinking creates greatness. Kind giving creates love. 37. Love is the strongest passion, for it simultaneously attacks the head, the heart, and the senses. 38. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. 39. Because of a great love, one becomes brave. 40. Simplicity, patience, compassion, these three are your greatest treasures. Simple in actions and thoughts, you return to the source of being. Patient with both friends and enemies, you accord with how things are. Compassionate toward yourself, you reconcile all beings in the world. 41. Show simplicity. Cherish simplicity. Decrease selfishness. Have fewer desires. 42. Silence is a great source of strength. 43. Music in the soul can be heard by the universe. 44. Do you imagine the universe is worried? Go out to the desert at night and look at the stars. That experience will answer your question. 45. Be still. Stillness reveals the secrets of eternity. 46. Trying to understand is like straining through muddy water. Be still and allow the mud to settle. 47. Can you wait patiently until the mud settles and the water becomes clear? 48. Can you remain unmoving until the right action arises by itself? 49. Act without expectation. 50. Success is as dangerous as failure. Hope is as hollow as fear. 51. Hope and fear both arise from thinking of the self. When we don't see the self as self, what do we have to fear? 52. Behave justly even when treated unjustly. 53. Those who know do not speak, those who speak do not know. 54. To gain knowledge, add things every day. To gain wisdom, remove things every day. 55. Great acts are made up of small deeds. 56. A person with outward courage dares to die. A person with inner courage dares to live. 57. Care about what other people think and you will always be their prisoner. 58. We join spokes together in a wheel, but it is the center hole that allows the cart to move. We shape clay into a pot, but it is the emptiness inside that holds whatever we want. We hammer wood for a house, but it is the empty space inside that makes it livable. We work with being, but non-being is what we use. 59. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in how things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. 60. Perfection is the readiness to be imperfect. 61. In the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are, and you know what you want. 62. The snow goose need not bathe to make itself white. Neither need you do anything but be yourself. 63. Let it be still, and it will gradually become clear. 64. A leader is best when people barely know he exists. A good leader speaks little. When his work is done, his aim fulfilled, they will say, "We did this ourselves." 65. 3 precious things I hold and keep safe. The first is kindness, the second is frugality, the third is not presuming to place myself before others. Being kind, you can be courageous. Being frugal, you can be generous. By not putting yourself before others, you can be a leader among them. 66. Doing nothing is better than being busy doing nothing. 67. If you try to change something, you will ruin it. The more you try to hold on to it, the more you lose it. 68. Fill a bowl to the brim and it will spill. Keep sharpening a knife and it will not remain sharp. 69. He who stands on tiptoe does not stand firm. He who hurries ahead cannot go far. He who tries to shine dims his own light. 70. One who defines themselves cannot truly know themselves. One who wields power over others cannot empower themselves. One who clings to work does not create anything of lasting value. 71. To follow the Tao, do your work, then step aside. That is the only path to peace. 72. Do your work, then withdraw. This is the way to serenity. 73. Hold on to things without possessing them. Act without expecting anything in return. Do your work, then withdraw. For only by letting go can everything be accomplished. 74. By letting go, all is done. 75. Loss is not as bad as wanting more. 76. The one who knows that enough is enough will always have enough. 77. Colors worry the eye, sounds worry the ear, flavors worry the tongue, overthinking weakens the mind, and desire withers the heart. 78. When there is no desire, all things are at peace. 79. The world belongs to those who know how to give. 80. The sage has no private possessions. The more he does for others, the happier he is. The more he gives, the wealthier he becomes. 81. The sage keeps nothing for himself, thus he has nothing to lose. What the sage desires is without desire. What the sage learns is unlearning. He merely reminds people of who they have always been and are becoming. He cares for nothing except the Tao, and thus he can care for all things. 82. The reason the universe is eternal is that it does not live for itself. It gives life to all things as it transforms. 83. If you realize that all things change, there is nothing you will try to hold on to. If you are not afraid of dying, there is nothing you cannot achieve. 84. The sage sees things as they are without trying to control them. He lets them go their own way and resides at the center of the circle. 85. If you want to be in front, then act as if you are behind. 86. If a person seems evil, do not cast him out. Awaken him with your words, elevate him with your deeds, repay his injury with your kindness. Do not reject him, reject his wrongdoing. 87. The past has no power to stop you from being present now. Only your grudges about the past can do that. What is a grudge? It's a baggage of old thoughts and emotions. 88. What the caterpillar calls the end, the rest of the world calls a butterfly. 89. New beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. 90. He who flows with life needs no other force. 91. Hence, the sage acts by letting things take their course. In the end, he is as calm as he was at the beginning. 92. If you want to understand me, look inside your own heart. 93. Become completely empty. Let your restless mind become still. Only then can you witness all things unfolding from emptiness. 94. In dwelling, be close to the land. In thinking, keep to the simple. In conflict, be fair and generous. In governing, don't try to control. In work, do what you enjoy. In family life, be fully present. 95. If you want to eliminate the suffering in the world, eliminate all that is dark and negative in yourself. Indeed, the greatest gift you have to give is your own self-transformation. 96. Achieve results but never boast. Achieve results but never display arrogance. Achieve results but never be proud. Achieve results but never claim credit. Achieve results but never force anyone. 97. Because you do not compete, no one can compete with you. Precisely because you do not contend with anyone, no one can contend with you. 98. Water is fluid, soft, and yielding, yet it will wear away rock. Rock is rigid and cannot yield. According to the rule, whatever is fluid, soft, and yielding will overcome whatever is rigid and hard. This is another paradox. What is soft is strong. 99. Your bright future begins at this moment. all you truly have is right now. Every goal is possible starting here. 100. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Thus, we have just introduced you to these wise sayings and famous quotes of Lao Tzu. Through these sayings, we can see his outstanding wisdom. Hopefully, they provide you with useful knowledge and a deeper understanding of the thoughts of this great sage Lao Tzu. Wishing you success on your own journey of wisdom.